We all know the legend of Atlantis, the mythical civilization swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. But while Atlantis may be a myth, there was a real city in ancient Greece that suffered a terrifyingly similar fate. This is the story of Helike, an ancient Greek city located in what is now modern-day Greece, and the city that defied Poseidon. Situated along the southern shore of the Gulf of Corinth in northern Peloponnese, Helike was a powerful center of commerce, politics, and religious influence in the Greek world. It was widely known for its great temple of Poseidon, the god of the sea and earthquakes. The city even minted coins bearing Poseidon's image, a symbol of devotion and of how deeply Helike tied its prosperity to the favor of the god. By the winter of 373 BC, ancient sources claim the people of Helike had grown proud of their success and committed a grave act of sacrilege. That year, religious envoys from Ionia, connected to the cult of Poseidon, arrived to reclaim sacred offerings that had long belonged to the god's sanctuary. The people of Helike refused. According to the accounts, suppliants were dragged from the temple altars themselves. In the ancient Greek world, violating a sacred sanctuary was considered one of the greatest possible insults to the gods. Not long after, strange warnings began to appear. Ancient writers describe unsettling omens in the days leading up to the disaster. Rats, snakes, weasels, and insects were seen abandoning the coast in large numbers, moving inland toward the mountains. The citizens of Helike watched in confusion, unaware that the ground beneath them was becoming dangerously unstable. Then, on a cold winter night in 373 BC, everything began. A powerful earthquake struck while the city slept. Stone structures collapsed without warning, entrapping countless people beneath the rubble. But the destruction did not end there. Moments later, the sea pulled violently away from the shore, draining the harbor and exposing the seabed. Then, without mercy, the water returned. A massive wall of sea surged back over the shattered city, engulfing Helike entirely. The devastation was total. The very ground beneath the city lost its strength, collapsing into a mixture of water, sand, and mud. By morning, Helike had vanished. Only the tops of trees remained visible above the waterline. A rescue force of nearly 2,000 men arrived from neighboring cities, but they found no bodies to recover. The city and its people had simply disappeared. For centuries, the submerged site became a haunting landmark. Roman travelers spoke of ruins beneath the water, and some claimed fishermen could still see a bronze statue of Poseidon standing upright below the surface. Nets were said to snag on something solid beneath the waves, making the area dangerous to fish. Many later writers believed Helike's destruction inspired Plato's account of Atlantis. Plato wrote his dialogues only a few years after the disaster, describing a prosperous city destroyed suddenly by divine forces and lost to the sea. Unlike Atlantis, however, Helike was not lost forever. For decades, archaeologists searched for the city underwater, scanning the Gulf of Corinth with sonar and divers, but nothing appeared. Eventually, archaeologist Dora Katsonopoulou proposed a different explanation. Over centuries, rivers had deposited massive layers of sediment, pushing the coastline outward. Helike was no longer underwater, it was buried inland. Excavations on land began in the early 2000s. Almost immediately, researchers uncovered pottery fragments, marine shells, and thick layers of clay. A clear destruction layer dating to the 4th century BC was discovered, along with walls knocked over in a single direction, evidence consistent with a powerful wave. Beneath the ruins of the classical city, archaeologists found even older remains from the Bronze Age, showing the region had suffered similar destruction before. Despite the risks, people had always returned to this fertile land. Today, the site appears quiet and unremarkable, but beneath the soil lies a frozen moment in time, a city erased in a single night. Helike stands as a reminder of how fragile even the greatest civilizations can be. Whether its fall was the work of a god, the power of nature, or both, the warning remains. This was the city that defied Poseidon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the deep, like and subscribe for more.